Good evening, everybody. We have seen Toni Storm debut in AEW and Dynamite, another absolutely fantastic show. Hello again, everybody. My name is the icon Johnny K. That is right, and you are watching WrestleScope Live. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Another incredible episode of Dynamite, and let's talk about it tonight. Don't forget, as always, please give a like to the channel and to the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be updated every time that we are live. It is WrestleMania week, but hello, Patrick. We are talking AEW Dynamite tonight. And don't forget, you can always check out our link tree in our bio, wherever you may be watching this tonight, whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, or on the TikTok. That's right. You can check us out on the link tree, find all of our social media, the Amazon wish list, and so much more. What an incredible Dynamite it was again tonight. Absolutely fantastic show. Started off with an amazing match between CM Punk and Platinum Max Caster. We saw Jay Lethal and John Moxley. We saw Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Bryanson. Daniel, good grief. Bryan Danielson. Jeez. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe I did that. FTR taking on the Ass Boys. Wardlow showing up, getting taken out. MJF running his mouth. MJF and FTR obviously showing that there is a fracture, a huge fracture in the Pinnacle. We saw the return of Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz, only to be taken out by JAS. Great main event between Darby and Andrade. The build for Thunder Rosa and Nyla Rose continues. It was an absolutely incredible show. Was it perfect? No. I say it every week. Dynamite was not perfect, but boy, it was a really entertaining show. Now, you take a look at it in comparison to, and I don't want to turn this into an anti-WWE show, but oh my God, really? TKG, you're going to go there. MJF is a Miz wannabe. MJF at 26 years old is 1,000 times better than the Miz. Okay. The Bunny ended up wrestling Toni Storm, who made her debut tonight. And it was incredible. Yes, Brian, you're right. AEW started with an actual match, and it was a good freaking match. And Max Caster, yes, he busted out the Will Smith reference. Yes, he did. Because Max Caster is just that damn good. There is no better, quite honestly, there is no better heel in professional wrestling right now, at least mainstream professional wrestling, than MJF. He can elicit such reactions from people so easily. It is incredible. Has he? I didn't realize Miz actually referenced him. You are very welcome, Patrick. Yeah, the Miz couldn't lace MJF's boots. That is true. Unfortunately, Darby did not win, but that is okay. Darby Allin does not need to win every time, and it just continues to build the feud between the Hardy Boys and Andrade and Darby and Sting, and they need a fifth person though. The baby faces need a fifth person in that, because you've got Andrade, Butcher and the Blade, Private Party. You've got 5. You've got You've only got 4 on the other side. Who will be that 5th person? I see something coming down the pipeline eventually where they add in one more guy into that group, but who is it going to be? I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I would love to see somehow. I'm not sure how it would work out. I don't know if we will get a Hardy Boys run at the tag team titles, but I'd like to see the Hardy Boys get a run at the trios titles when those get introduced. But again, who's going to be that third guy? Will it be Darby? Will it be Darby and the Hardys? I don't know. I don't know if it'll be Danhausen. I think Danhausen is going to be, I don't know if he's going to be involved with the Best Friends still. I could see him doing stuff with Orange Cassidy, but I don't know. It's really hard to say. Sorry, I've got Spider-Man 3 on in the background, and Peter Parker is being taken over by Venom, by the symbiote. And, we just had, Peter Parker do his, do his dance, and that whole thing. So, Jonathan Gresham, no, Jonathan Gresham will not get tied into a tag team if he comes into AEW, and we'll get a better idea coming up this weekend, after after Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. Bray Wyatt, nope. If Wyndham Rotunda comes in, Bray Wyatt comes in, he will be involved with the Dark Order. I would not be surprised, because we are getting the House of Black versus Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Fuego del Sol on Rampage this week. I wouldn't be surprised if we started getting some sort of a tease after that match of maybe not a fracture in the Dark Order again, but that they need some help. The trios tag team titles, it's all dependent on Kenny Omega right now. Tony Khan had said it prior to Revolution on the media call that I was a part of, that he wanted to wait until Kenny Omega came back to do it, because they're going to be focusing on Omega and the Young Bucks, and Cole and Red Dragon. Okay. Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, you can watch on Fight TV. I don't know. I'm trying to remember how much. I can't remember how much it was going for. Toni Storm. Yes. Sorry. Just so excited about that. Let's see. Fight TV. Yeah, I'm trying to see here. I know. I thought you. Maybe. Here we go. Not bad. $29.99. $29.99 on Fight TV for Supercard of Honor. Yes, Bray with the Dark Order would make so much sense. Patrick, great question. The Bears, hold on. Well, CM Punk, he asked the question, do you think CM Punk will get a belt in AEW? Well, he did say he wants to go after the AEW World Championship. So, good grief. Patrick, other than the Briscoes versus FTR, which match do you think will be the show stealer for Supercard of Honor? That is a really good question. I think it's really hard to say at this point. I think we're going to see another surprise possibly for that show, but it's hard to see anything better than FTR and the Briscoes, realistically. Oh, this is definitely not Brock Lesnar's last WWE match. He may take a little bit of time off. He may take, just a little bit of time off. We'll see. But this is not going to be his last match. I have no idea what his contract status is with WWE. I don't think anybody really knows. Yeah, definitely have to watch. It's going to be a great show. Supercard of Honor it's not going to be the level of an AEW pay-per-view. This is such an awful version of Venom. I'm sorry. Lethal versus Moriarty is going to be a good match, Patrick. It is. The match tonight, Jay Lethal versus Jon Moxley, was fantastic. And I'm wondering where this is leading to with Lethal. I would almost love to see Jay Lethal in with Moxley and Danielson in that in the Blackpool Combat Club, which I'll tell you, and I'm so sorry, TikTok, for the lighting again tonight. I got to figure this out. That the hoodie that Moxley was wearing tonight, the Blackpool Combat Club hoodie. Oh my goodness, I want one of those so bad. Whenever AEW puts those on sale, I need to get my hands on one of those. I don't buy a lot of wrestling merch to wear, but I would wear that. I would wear that everywhere. I'd wear that in a heartbeat. What title do you think Raw will make the main championship after WrestleMania 38? It's going to be a new championship, Patrick. If Roman Reigns wins, they have, they've introduced. They're going to introduce a new unified. I should probably turn this off because it's just distracting me so doggone much right now. There will be a unified. What are they calling it? The unified WWE Universal Champion or Undisputed Universal Champion. And within a week or two after WrestleMania, Raw will introduce a brand new heavyweight title, which will be determined at WrestleMania Backlash. That's my prediction. Because I can't see them going with just one heavyweight championship. I don't see them doing it. How they're going to end up doing that, I'm not sure. I really don't know. Yes, Big Show and Mark Henry are still in AEW. Very surprised that Paul White did not get a match on Dynamite tonight. Because he had been pushing to, he's from South Carolina. He had really been pushing to get in the ring in South Carolina. Now, maybe they'll give him something on Rampage on Friday night. I don't know. Or maybe Dark for next week. But I think Dark would be disappointing. So we'll have to see. It's incredible to think. And again, I hate to be doing the comparison between AEW and WWE, but this is WWE's biggest week of the year with WrestleMania, and the Raw and SmackDown leading up to it, Raw and SmackDown next week. So really their biggest week and a half of the year. And AEW with just a regular show buried them with how good the product was. It was an absolutely incredible show. I mean, there have been better Dynamites in the past, but this was one I really wish I would have had an opportunity to sit here and watch the full 2 hours, from the home studio. But it's Wednesday night, and as you guys that watch me for a while know, I have things going on Wednesday nights. I was able to watch the majority of the show, but was only able to watch the last half hour right here. So, but this is one I would have loved to have sat and watched the whole thing right here live in the studio, in my studio. So, it's going to be very disappointing to see what WWE puts out on Friday night, which Friday night's going to be really interesting because I wonder how bad Rampage ratings are going to be this week with the Hall of Fame being on at the same time. I guess that'd be a huge question. You've got the Hall of Fame, you've got Rampage, you've got Supercard of Honor, you've got multiverse of matches all on Friday night at roughly the same time. Impact is starting a little bit later, but they're pretty much going head to head with Rampage and the Hall of Fame. Which one is going to pull in more viewers? Now, granted, you're looking at Impact and ROH's pay-per-views and Rampage on cable. Is there going to be a pretty even split, or what's going to happen? I mean, I want to watch the Hall of Fame, but that's something that I could catch up on later. Rampage is going to be good, but do I need to see it? I can catch up on that later. I'm curious to see multiverse of matches, but I'm probably not going to watch it. Out of anything on Friday night, I think I would rather watch Supercard of Honor above and beyond anything else, because I want to see what Tony Khan is going to do with Ring of Honor. SmackDown is going to be, nothing big is going to happen on SmackDown this week. It's not. I think Toni Storm could be the one to, no, actually, I don't know. I think the big question to come out of all of this with Toni Storm is, what are the plans for this Owen Hart Cup? Will the winner of that automatically get a championship opportunity, which I think would make sense? I think on both the men's and women's side, they should get, whether it's a shot at the TNT and TBS title, or if it's at the world titles, there should be some sort of big stakes for it, I think. Would Toni Storm be the one to knock off Jade Cargill? Possibly. I'd be interested in seeing it. I'm very surprised to hear that Marina Shafir, first of all, I didn't realize Marina Shafir had signed with AEW. I guess she has been specifically on Dark. But she got a really nice video package tonight, and she's going to be opponent number 30 for Jade Cargill. Yeah, a lot of wrestling this weekend. It's wrestling overload this weekend. Even if you're not in Dallas, if you're just watching from home, I mean, Sunday, the only thing we've got, is night 2 of WrestleMania. But Saturday, you've got NXT Stand and Deliver. You've got WrestleMania. I'm probably going to be playing catch up on a couple of other things as well. I'm contemplating, I just don't know if I'm going to have time. If I'm going to do Stand and Deliver predictions, it may not be a live one. It may just be a quick 10-minute recorded by myself. We'll see. No, I have not watched a single episode of that show. I have no interest in it, in watching Young Rock. It's hard to say. I can understand MJF is kind of upset with his contract because he's dealing with the contract he signed back in 2019 when he was not a relative unknown, but he was a mid-card guy back then. who would have known that he was going to end up being a main event guy? So it's a possibility. I mean, he's playing it smart. He's really playing it smart. Yes, Lucas, it's Jade Berg. That's right. Or the Jader Taker. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. But yeah, I was excited to see Toni Storm tonight. I really was. Was not shocked. As so much of the news was floating around, I was kind of secretly hoping it was going to be Nixon Newell, the former Tegan Knox, but I think she's just dealing with so many issues with her visa that it's hard for her right now. I think once she gets that figured out, she will end up in AEW, and I will be really excited because we will get to see again another woman that just was underutilized in WWE. I mean, she had numerous knee injuries when she was in NXT, which really sidelined her a lot. But when they brought her up to the main roster, she lost her first name. She was teamed with Shotzi, and nothing ever ended up happening. No, they do not need a mid-card women's title because they have the tag team titles. Why would they need essentially a fourth women's championship in WWE when they don't even know what the heck to do with the women that they have right now? I have to totally, the women's US title. No, there will not be a women's mid-card championship. Oh, hey Eric, where's Dewdrop? Well, she had been continually getting beaten up by Bianca Belair. They're not gonna release Liv Morgan because everybody knows exactly where she's gonna end up going. They're gonna keep her there, though. We all need to fasten our seatbelts because next week we're gonna be saying it's Wednesday. You know what that means? It's post WrestleMania releases. I don't want it to happen to anybody. I don't wish that for anybody, but there are going to be releases next week. It happens every year after WrestleMania. It's going to happen again. And with the number of main roster call-ups that could be happening, Tommaso Ciampa, LA Knight, possibly Io Shirai. There may be a couple of other ones from NXT that they're going to have to release talent. They're going to have to. And actually, I'd be curious to see. Let me figure something out here real quick. Because hold on. When does AEW Double or Nothing this year? I just want to see something. AEW Double or Nothing scheduled for May 29th, Memorial Day weekend. All right. So let's play back the numbers here. Okay, so we'd be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, anybody released next week would be, unless they're NXT talent, would definitely not be able to show up at Double or Nothing. Because it would be just a shade over 50 days. Let's say we get releases on April 6th, which is next Wednesday. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Yeah, Double or Nothing would be 53 days after next week, Wednesday. Oh, Eric. Yeah, Brian, I had heard a little bit about that story. I haven't actually seen anything about Sasha Banks. I think it was just a comment she had made. And it was referencing to, it was like 2 years ago, I think. She was kind of frustrated with things, or even last year, and was contemplating asking for her release. No, a little too early for Solo Sikoa. A little bit too early. I like him. I really like him, but it's a little too early to increase the size of the bloodline yet. Yeah, there is a rumor floating around about Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon, I guess, has been confirmed that he is going to have some part in WrestleMania. And there is a possibility that Shane McMahon is the one that Vince brings in to face Seth Rollins, because going back 6 months ago, there were talks of a program between Seth Rollins and Shane McMahon, which would have culminated at WrestleMania. But then the whole thing with the Royal Rumble and Shane happened, and he ended up getting released and just, or supposedly released, that whole big mess. Sorry, getting distracted by Spider-Man 3 again. No, Solo Sikoa is not going to win the North American Championship on Saturday. Will he eventually? I think he might eventually win it. He's easily going to stay in NXT for at least another 6 months. I don't think Tony Khan would bring in Shane McMahon, because you wouldn't be able to trust him as far as you could throw him. I don't think it would happen. But never say never, right? Never say never. Oh, the other thing out of AEW tonight, how do you feel about FTR calling out Young Bucks for another match? Though that one, that needs to be a pay-per-view match. That really does. Unless it ends up being, round 3 for them, ends up being on pay-per-view. Even if you want to have a huge TV match, do you really want to have that one spoiled on TV? Then again, maybe you do. I don't know. What do you think about if MJF brought in a new tag team to replace FTR in the Pinnacle? There aren't any tag teams on the roster right now that would make sense for him to bring in. Are there? No, not really. Ooh. Interesting pick. Could be the Varsity Blondes. Brian Pillman and MJF have a history together back in MLW. They've known each other for a long time. Could you see maybe a month or two down the road, MJF recruits the Varsity Blondes after Julia Hart joins the House of Black to join himself and Shawn Spears? Could you see that? Because I could definitely see Varsity Blondes, and they changed their names. I could definitely see them being heels. Oh, I could definitely see that happening too, Eric, that MJF would reach out to Ring of Honor to have somebody feud with FTR. I could see that happening. Definitely. I don't hate the Acclaimed either. I actually really like, they're both extremely talented. I look forward to Max Caster's raps. I really do. I mean, the kid is great on the microphone. He really is. He knows how to really, the shot he took on Sunny Kiss on Dark the other night was really good. It really was good. And obviously the stuff he said to CM Punk tonight was good. He just knows how to play it. I mean, he can be controversial, yes, but take that away. They're both extremely talented wrestlers. Anthony Bowens could be a bona fide single star himself, but I think those two need to stay together and really get a solid run again at the tag team championships. Yeah, I like the Acclaimed. I really do. Unfortunately, Anthony Bowens is dealing with an injury right now. That's why he has not been wrestling. So, no, you're not crazy for not hating the Acclaimed. They are good. All right, I'm going to get out of here, folks. I just wanted to chat for a little bit tonight, and we still went over a half an hour. I wanted to chat for a little bit tonight about AEW. We obviously got into some WWF or WWE stuff. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central Time, we will have our live WrestleScope WrestleMania 38 predictions. I will be joined by Callum and the lovely Luna Havoc. We will be talking we're just going to be doing WrestleMania predictions. We're not going to be doing anything else. So don't bring up anything else in the comments. I apologize, TikTok. We are not going to be able to stream live on TikTok for that. I'm sorry. It will just be on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. So, hey, new question here. Does Jey Uso turn on? No, it would have happened already. Collector Court, it would have happened already. You know what? I'm going to be interested to see where they go with the JAS. I really am. I want to see where they're going to go with it. Not quite sure what they're going to end up doing. Could they end up going the route of a blood and guts match again? But do you really want to have a Jericho faction in a blood and guts match again? Especially after what happened last time. No, I don't think either of the Usos are going to turn on Roman. I really don't. I really don't see it happening. All right. Well, thank you again, everybody. Like I said, I will be we'll be live tomorrow with WrestleMania predictions. I am probably going to record something for NXT Stand and Deliver predictions. Well, I haven't done a recorded video in a while, so I'm going to record one for that. And yeah, we'll have to see how things go for Friday and Saturday for live streams. I may be joining Luna Havoc on Sunday night for her Twitch live for WrestleMania Day 2. We will see. I'm going to see how I feel after WrestleMania Day 1. Okay. I'm really not looking forward to doing these predictions tomorrow. I mean, I'm looking forward to talking with the people I'm talking to, but I'm really not looking forward to predicting the show, to be quite honest. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. We will talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully you could join us for the live 12 noon Central Time tomorrow on almost all of these same WrestleScope channels, minus the TikTok. Have a great night, everybody. I am the Icon Johnny K. Don't forget, click on our link tree in the bio to join us on all our social media. Thank you always for the comments and for joining, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.